Why did all cultures have to build a man? Isn't it interesting that many cultures that had never communicated with each other came to the same conclusion? I will share the answer with you, but you must first know the man's unusual psychological journey. Only then will you easily understand the danger that men who never reach manhood pose to themselves and society. One of the most dangerous things for men is something called psychological regression. Psychological regression is a way for us humans to protect ourselves when we are under a lot of stress, trauma, or problems that are just too hard to handle. Too hard to handle. I'm kidding. Anyway, some of the ways this process shows up in behavior include turning into more childish forms of comfort seeking or avoiding adult responsibilities in favor of numbing out or becoming dependent on other people. In this patriarchal society, boys face a significant challenge on their journey to manhood because they must overcome their initial sense of unity with their mother in order to forge an independent identity that is in line with cultural norms of masculinity. This change is not just a psychological one, it is also a cultural necessity ingrained in socialization rituals and rites of passage in many different communities or societies. Gilmore's research shows that in many cultures, the path to becoming a man includes clear rituals and tests that are meant to break a boy's connection to the feminine and shift his identity towards the masculine. For example, among the Samburu, who are related to the Maasai in East Africa, the boys are taken from their mothers when they are very young and are put to live with male warriors. They do things together that teach them how to be tough, how to endure, and how to fight. This separation, which is both physically real and symbolic, is important for the boy to show the qualities and take on the responsibilities that his culture sees as masculine. In the same way, social honor and virility are seen as important parts of being a man in the Mediterranean societies. Not only do boys have to physically separate from their mothers in order to live in a world dominated by male expectations, they also have to change their behaviors and attitudes to show that they are strong, independent, and assertive, which are often seen as the opposites to caring, emotional, and social traits that are associated with femininity. Cultural practices and rites of passage do two things to the boy. They help the boy become the kind of manly person that the society expects him to be, and they also reinforce the difference between men and women that exists in many societies. By breaking up with his mother, the boy rejects the feminine and adopts a more masculine identity, which is frequently characterized by emotional toughness, physical strength, and social dominance. All of these rituals teach values that are beneficial to both the individual and the society at large. Boys nowadays rarely reach this manhood because of the widespread absence of father figures and the lack of traditional ceremonies, of course. The boys would have to teach themselves by reading books or by finding role models. And also what makes it hard is a negative influence of their peers, social media and traditional media, which just make the problem worse. Boys on the path to manhood are prone to psychological regression at all times and may seek to regress and fall back into the stage where they are free from the tough duties of adulthood.